Alright, I'm back. It's your boy. It's your author, Chris Jackson. Y'all see the book, y'all know it's me. We here, y'all know, y'all see the laptop and little stuff behind. Y'all know when the grandbaby back there, we doing our thing. So now, right now we finna go into the proposal. But the proposal a little bit different because y'all ain't ready for this. Those of you who are Ruth will actually understand, but those of you who are still in your Orpah stage will understand. And those of you who are still in Dave, who actually out of Boaz, will understand. So now look, Ruth went back, hollered Naomi, told her what's good. She's like, yeah, I hollered Boaz. I'm kind of digging him a little bit. She's seen him, had a little chopping it up with him. So Naomi was like, okay, that's a near kinsman. But let me tell you something. Naomi's like, I'm going to put you up on some game. In the evening, him and maybe one or two of his guys, they go to the threshing floor. So when the threshing floor, I don't have an example. So like take this book and just picture stuff on there. So what they would do on the threshing floor is called winnowing. They would take like a little wicker basket, but it's just more of like a concave surface, and they would throw the barley up in the air, but then the wind would take the loose particles that weren't any good, that you can't use to make bread or wheat or whatever else you want to do, or grains and things of that nature. So that's called winnowing. So they were doing that in the threshing floor. But while they doing this, it may be him and his guy, but they have a little sip, but they still working. See, the thing was with Boaz, once they were done in the fields, and they gleaned and they reaped everything, he still had to put in work himself. Because don't get me wrong, he always gonna bring somebody with he trusts one of his guys or some of his homeboy. They doing their thing. So back to Naomi and Ruth is that she like, well listen, Boaz up there right now. Now I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna have to do. First and foremost, you say you feeling him a little bit. You seen he was feeling you. Boaz went on there. He just realized what she's been doing for Naomi, so he honored and respected her for that and her integrity, for her being smooth like that. Like, listen. You ain't even gotta be here. You in a country you don't know. You showing love to people that have no collaboration with you at all, but you're trusting in God, and that's their main premise, that they trusted in the Almighty. Now, Ruth had to listen to Naomi, because what a lot of women don't understand is that some of these women are giving you wisdom to help you get your Boaz, but you don't want to hear what they had to say, because you may feel like, well, their marriage failed or something slipped in their relationship while they're not still together. But the thing is, getting Boaz is one thing. Keeping him, that's a whole nother concept. That's why I said, y'all got to check to the other video. We're talking about love with work required. That's where the work comes in. So now, dig this. Naomi put up her own game. She said, dig this, Ruth. Check out the shenanigans. You're going to go up there once he get drunk. But before you go, let me tell you what you do. Get your hair together. Get your little smell goods on. If you got to put a little lipstick, a little rouge on your face, whatever, little eyelid shadow, whatever little stuff y'all got to do. She ain't had on my fake eyelashes back then, so we ain't have to worry about that. But she might put a little mascara on, got herself together, got her smell good, and put on a nice little outfit. Because Ruth was on her way to go get her man. She wasn't finna play around. She wasn't finna wonder what was going on. She like, I see what's going on. I know he's near kinsman. I know he can be my husband, because I'm going to do this according to the way of the custom of God's people. So, Naomi done told her, she done got herself together. She said, well, I'm going to give you a couple more rules before you hit it. Dig this. When you get up there, don't let it be known that you're there. You got to kind of lay back a minute and let him and his guys finish doing their work, but let them get a little drunk, but wait till he lay down. When he lay down, what you got to do is, you got to make sure you see where he lay at. Make sure you know it's him. You don't want to be laying at the feet of the wrong person, because then you're inviting yourself to the wrong person. You got to make sure who you going towards is Boaz. You got to make sure it's Boaz. So you got to mark the place. Well, she said mark the place where you see him at, right? So now, she's seen him. Ruth made her way up there. She got her little veil on. She covered up, so people ain't really paying attention, don't know who she is, because she's not making herself known in the evening time. So Boaz and this guy up there, they went on. They been drinking a little bit, so they get tired. They've been grinding. They getting it in. They working. That's what men do. So he done laid back, sat a little bit. So he done laid up in the corn, according to the Bible. So he done made it like in a heap of corn. He done made his place to rest. So Ruth done peeped out the scene. Ain't nobody up there, because you got to realize they not down low on the valley or wherever the house is at. They way up high, for the simple fact you need the wind that come through that takes the chaff is what they call it, or chaff, whichever you want to pronounce it, off of the barley or off of the wheat when they winnow it, when they throwing it up in the air. So they got to be up there so the breeze will come through and take it away, so that whatever left over was what's going to be utilized to make bread, grains, corn, food, and things of that nature. So again, Boaz done got himself comfortable. His guy probably sleep, whatever. He done got tipsy. He done fell out. Boaz done got comfortable, done out to sleep. He laid off in the corn. Boom. He finna take him a nap. Now Ruth done came in, uncovered his feet, because they had the dress, the tie that they wear. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's a long like a cloak, but they might call it a skirt or a dress. So when she come in, she get at his feet and she lift up the skirt and lay at his feet. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, was Ruth proposing to Boaz. Now y'all say how nowadays you see a man getting on one knee, propose to a woman, and then people sometimes say they think it's strange that a woman proposed to a man. Well, actually, from what I know, I don't know, I have to research the Bible and go dig some more deeper, but from what I actually know, that right there would be the first woman proposing to a man in the Bible. Would be Ruth proposing to Boaz, because when she lifts his feet, that's telling him, I want you to be my husband, I want you to protect me, be my comforter, be my security. So, it's like midnight, she done went up there and did that. Boaz started, he wake up like 1:30 in the morning, something like that. Bam, it's a woman laying at his feet. He like, who art thou? She's like, it's your handmaid, Ruth. So she said, I asked you to do the job of a near kinsman, which means somebody related to keep Elimelech's name and his heritage going. So Boaz said, may God bless you even more, for the simple fact, he's like, you didn't go after young men, which was out in the field reaping and sowing and doing things they had to do, and a rich or wealthy man, you came after me because he made it I felt worthy. And I'm going to put you up on game with something real quick. What y'all didn't realize, y'all didn't peep the Boaz when married. Because I'm just keeping it 100 with you. Think about this realistically. What man is going to be out at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning grinding like that? He done been out all day and his wife don't want him at home. I mean, let's be real. This is my vantage point on how the scripture is showing everything, but this is how I look at it, that Boaz didn't have no wife. He couldn't have, because he out partying a little bit, but he's still grinding and working. So Boaz tell Ruth, he said, you know what? I'm going to cover you with my skirt. By him covering her up, that's it. Him accepting the proposal, saying, I'll do the job as a husband to you. But he said, I got to go before the council, because it's actually somebody who's a little bit closer in relationship to Naomi than me. But if he don't do his job, I'm going to take over. You know, that's another concept. I'm going to tell y'all, real life, y'all know she ended with Boaz. Y'all know they ended up having a baby. So y'all know, evidently, the near kinsman, the one who's nearer to Boaz, didn't do his thing. So what it also says in the Bible is this. I want y'all to pay attention. It said, so he asked her, take your veil off. I'm going to give you something to take back to you and Naomi so you don't go empty-handed. He said, but what happened was, she got up before anyone could know one another. Before anybody could recognize her, or they could come have a conversation and say what was going on. Ruth was up, Boaz was up. He got her together. He made sure he gave her something to travel home with. And she went back to Naomi to tell what's going on. And I guarantee this will happen after the fact. When she leaving, Boaz watching Ruth leave and thinking like, you know, he feeling Ruth, because otherwise he would have just told her it's just a near kinsman, so we're going to see what happened with him. But he told her, I'm going to do the duty if he don't do it. But wait, he already had it set up in his mind on how he was going to verbalize them rather. So when the near kinsman come forward, he going to let them know, you know, this going to come with the package. And the other near kinsman, 9 times 10, had a wife because he wasn't able to take Ruth. That's later on, but I'm just giving y'all a short synopsis of what happened later on at the end. But Ruth done made her way. She done made, you know, got the thing on. She got the little six measures of barley with her. She done made her way back to Naomi. And Naomi said, what happened? She like, basically everything you said went according to plan. This is the thing about it. We can be instructed on how to do stuff. We can be shown how to do stuff. The thing is, if we don't follow according to what's told to us, we want to do it on our own. That's when things run amok. Things go astray. What happened was Ruth followed the teachings and the leading and the wisdom of Naomi to go get her Boaz. Everybody make these proclamations. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we hear it all the time. We'll be like, oh, I want my Boaz, but you got to be Ruth first. You got to have integrity. You got to have character. You got to have morality. But you got to show that you're going to be that woman. Because what Ruth showed him was, I done been married before, so I know what it's like to be a wife. I know what my duties are. I know what my responsibilities are. I know what my jobs are. But I know how to help us grow and become more than just one. We help us as a conglomerate, as a team, grow greater. That's what Ruth was showing. And Boaz, being the man that he was, realized, okay, I'm single. I got a couple dollars. You good, but I see you work well. And I'm just telling y'all again, like, I still feel like Ruth was fine. Just me personally, because I don't think she was just any old run-of-the-mill ticket. And I feel like Boaz just was like, okay, this is going to work out, because for one, it blesses Naomi. 2, it blesses her, but then it blesses him, because now I have a wife. Now I ain't got to be in threshing floor to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning grinding. I can be like, hey, y'all, I'm done. Ruth at home. I'm finna go get to know my wife. And y'all, if y'all look at the Bible, word no, like Sarah, Sarah, Abraham, Ishmael, and Isaac. That's what when he got to know Sarah. That's, when he got to know the handmaid, Haggai. That's how you get to have them kids, when they get to know one another. So they came together as a couple. But the thing, what I really want y'all to pay attention to, Ruth initiated the proposal. Ruth the one came to Boaz. Ruth the one presented herself to this man, because for one, she knew it was near Kismet, but she knew he was a worthwhile man because when they had that conversation, I can't say how the conversation went, how long it may have been, or what they may have conversed about it, but something in that conversation, even though it might have been short and minute, from our vantage point of reading the Bible, it may have been a lot more than what we think it was. So Ruth made a couple comments, and he may have responded collectively because she wanted to see what type of man he was. He may have made a couple comments, answered a couple questions, and she showed what type of woman she was, what type of woman she was. So with that being said, they already had an idea of each other. And the law of attraction is one thing, but what he seen was not just the physical attraction, he was attracted to her ethics, to her work, to her acumen of doing things on her own, her integrity, and her consciousness of being blessing to somebody else. That was one of probably the best attraction Boaz could have to her. Y'all gotta realize that. Don't get me wrong, for a lot of us, the first attraction is initially physical, but when you can be attracted because what somebody does and how they carry themselves and their character, man, it speaks for itself. So again, y'all know what it is. I'm hoping y'all grasp that Ruth is a lot more than what y'all think she is. So she's a real life 100% all the time woman. Boaz 100% all the time 100 dude. So dig this. Y'all know what it is. It's the book. It's your author. Keep it in love for y'all all this time, because you know at the end of the day, it must be me. What? It must be me. Hey, it must be me. Hey, until again, next time, it's always love, y'all. For sure. Peace.